Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you're doing well, despite all that's going on around us. I haven't made a video for some months. The reason is that the Lord called me to be a cleaning lady, and the dreams and visions He's given me have been to exhort the bride of Christ to make herself ready for her bridegroom, because she has not been ready. Since my last dream in November, I believe, I've had no further dreams, and so I must assume that the Lord has made his point clearly and is not about to repeat himself. So if you've not watched my videos, I would urge you to, and to please be sure to be keeping a short account with him, and loving him, and obeying him, and looking for his return with all of your heart, so that you can be sure to be ready when he comes, which I believe he will do imminently. I had always determined that I would only share what the Lord gave me. I wanted it to be about what he said, not what I think. I'm still continuing to try and honour that today. However, I'm going to share a rather different video today. I don't know about you, but we are finding that a lot of people, whether believers or not, are struggling to make sense of what is going on around us. So much does not add up, and we find ourselves in gravely concerning times. This is no time to be asleep. We have friends who are not believers with whom we have shared that what is going on around us has been foretold in the Bible from the very beginning, even from the very first book of the Bible, Genesis. When you observe current events through the lens of the Bible, everything suddenly comes into sharp focus. It becomes clear and easy to interpret. Sobering truths are revealed, but surely it's better to take the red pill and know what's going on than remain in a state of ignorant stupefaction that can cost you your life and, worse still, your eternity. We were then asked by a non-believing but awake friend to do a talk on this very matter, that is, current events in the light of what the Bible teaches, so we readily agreed. This was to be for a group of his concerned friends. He asked me not to preach because these people are not believers, so I have respected that request in my talk, and it is this talk that I'm wanting to share today to help as many people as possible, and you, to make sense of what's going on around them, and to provide you with a resource to share with others who you think would benefit from hearing these truths. Because the content is sensitive, I'm not sharing the whole video here on YouTube, but just the beginning. In the description box below, I will share a link to where the whole video may be found, which I hope you will click on and move to. I will also provide information on where to find the actual beginning of the talk past the introductions, so that you can quickly get to the heart of the matter if you wish. And I will also be providing information about where you can get the PowerPoint itself that I put together. This is because I provided links to all of the points that I make and associated resources, so that you may follow those links for yourself if you wish to research any individual aspect of the talk for yourself. I would also point out that this was recorded in an amateur way on a phone, and so the sound may not be great and you may need to adjust the volume when watching. I apologise for this, but it was unavoidable. Also, the recording stopped after about every 20 minutes and started up again after that, so there are some small jumps in the recording. Furthermore, during the talk itself, I have respected the request that was made not to preach. But because I'm now no longer addressing the same audience, I will be adding a section at the end of the talk telling you what you need to do if you wish to be rescued from what is coming upon us now and also imminently. I hope all of this makes sense and will be a help and a blessing to you. It is not short, so grab a cup of tea, maybe watch in stages, but watch to the end, please. And I will say to you now what I say in the video. Buckle up for a wild ride, as what I will share will be somewhat mind-blowing to you if you have never heard this before. So God bless you and thank you for watching. Start off by telling you what I will not be doing this evening. So first of all, I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I don't think I need to. You're all what we would call awake. You all know the events that are going on in the world today. You probably know them better than I do. You will be aware that not everything that we see in the news is truthful, that those who are entrusted with our care are not all perhaps honest and trustworthy, that many of the measures that are being put in place are perhaps not in our best interests and not even safe. You're aware of all these things, so I won't be needing to sort of talk to you about those things. And you might be speculating about why this is going on, what is the agenda behind the scenes. You might have some ideas about who some of the executors of that agenda are, you know. So we all know sort of the surface things, if you like. So what I'm going to talk about tonight really is perhaps a new view of that, which is going to be exploring the agenda behind the agenda behind the agenda and the possible executors behind that. So I recently visited a former colleague of mine. She was feeling very, very isolated because she is awake, and none of her colleagues, none of her friends, none of her family around her seem to be able to interpret what's going on around in the way that perhaps we do. She was feeling very, very sad and frightened. And so I went to visit her, and she asked me, she said, "What do you think is going on?" I'll just wait for one or two people to... Hello, welcome. So I went to see this friend of mine who was feeling very lonely, very isolated, and she said to me, she said, you know, we talked obviously about things that we could see, that we did know were going on, and then she said, she asked me what did I think was really going on. And I said to her, what I'm going to share with you is really difficult to share, because what I'll share with you, you'll probably never have heard before, and it's going to sound really crazy. And she said to me, "Julie, it can't be any more crazy than what I'm seeing going on in the world today." And so on that basis, she was willing to listen to what I had to say and weigh it up for herself. So I'm going to ask the same thing of you tonight, is just what I'm going to share. Some of it's going to sound really, really crazy. But bearing in mind, we are living in inexplicable times, I hope that you'll be able to just give me room to share and to think about what I'm sharing. Take it away with you, think about it over the next few days, weeks, whatever you like. And I'd also like to say that the conversation doesn't have to finish this evening. I'm very happy to talk more with you. I'm sure my husband Greg is as well, and Claire and Kira, who are kindly serving us behind the counter there. And also I will put at the end, I will put an email address, because I'm happy to share this whole PowerPoint with you. Everything that I put up, I've given links and shown my sources, because I really get annoyed when people share things and I say, well, where did you get that from? How do I know? So I put up links to everything that I'm sharing tonight, and I'm happy to send you the PowerPoint so that you can have a look at that if you want to, and you can check out the links for yourself if you like. And if I could also perhaps ask, because this is very complex and very deep, and it's taken me quite a lot of sort of effort to try to put it together in a way that covers the breadth and the depth of it, but in a way that is hopefully presentable and understandable and coherent. So if I could perhaps just ask if you keep questions to the end, if that's okay. I had time to print out, this is not the whole PowerPoint, but I picked out some of the key PowerPoint slides. I've printed out 8 here. If people want more, then Kira has said that she's, the pastor has said she's happy to make more photocopies. But so I don't know if you'd like to, if I put them here, if you want to come and get one. And again, as I say, if you just email me if you want to at the end, then I'm happy to send you the email. So, like I said, I'm going to take you. I'm telling you what I'm not going to do. So I'm not going to tell you what's going on. I'm also, you might be relieved to know, I'm not going to preach at you. Okay, I'm not going to preach, and I'm also not going to try to debate or prove the historicity or the scientific credibility of the Bible, because we'd never leave if we did that. Okay, that's not my purpose here tonight.
But what I'm going to do is I will give you pointers. Obviously, I'm starting from a position of somebody who believes it's authentic, it's credible. But so I can give you pointers of suggested resources, again, that you can look at and look into if you want to explore these things for yourself. So, okay, so I will give you pointers. So, just want to say to you, please buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride. As I say, some of the things you're going to hear are going to sound really pretty crazy.